R.I. Presents.
Sea People Mountain People Chapter 2. Encounter with mythology. Previous overview. When the Wajin appeared on the beach, Tokapcup took refuge in the mountains. She met Yukkekema's mother at the evacuation site, and the next day she was reunited with Yukkekema, and she was able to get the long-awaited information. According to him, the representatives, including Tokapcup's father, have been moved to a different room than the one they first saw and are being held in restraint. However, all of them were not injured and seemed to be in good spirits, but Yukkekema was not able to meet and talk to them in person, so he did not know the details of the situation. What worries him is that although all the families of the representatives were gathered in one room, they did not seem to be able to see the representatives, and although they were complaining to the men of the Wajin, they seemed confused because they could not understand the language. Also, on the way back to Palakodan he saw Tokapcup's mother, but he couldn't talk to her because she was walking with a group of men. The best news from him was that Kanasiapu and her grandmother were together, and he had heard a message from Kanasiapu saying, "I'll pick you up when things settle down, so please wait for me." Kanasiapu was safe. It was good. It looks like she's going to stay in Porokodan, but I'm just happy to make sure she's okay. Finally, he told us about Susa, and we were surprised to hear that the place where he saw Susa was not Hankanaikoden, but a logging sites in forests. He should have been with us at Hankanaikoden, and we thought he was the main culprit in detaining the fathers, so how could it be that the place where he saw Susa was a forest clearing? Yukkekema hadn't seen him since he saw Susa go to them with the fruit, but he tilted his head because he didn't understand the meaning of Susa's actions. Will he leave his detainees alone and go to the logging site? But I don't think it's a mistake for Yukkekema. What's going on? Incomprehensible. I'm glad that all of her family is safe for the time being, but what should we do now? Kanasiapu said she was going to pick up her sister, but should we just wait here? But her mom told her to go over the mountain, right? That night, everyone gathered to discuss the future plans. However, it seemed that the policy had already been decided, and most of the talk was about the roles and arrangements of each person. place is perfect for us to hide temporarily, but it is not an environment where we can stay for a long time, so we plan to start moving in order as soon as we are ready. It takes a lot of preparation to get everyone moving at once, but we can't do it in such a short period of time, so it seems that we will move first, and those who remain will follow as soon as they are ready. It's good to go, but can we go back? The movements of the Wajin are suspicious, and I don't know what Seuss's true intentions are. I'm worried about her parents, but there's only so much we can do because we're inferior in strength, and the Ainu don't like conflict in the first place. Since we can't discussion to them, we have no choice but to avoid them now. From the next day, more information came in, but all of it was unsettling, and there was no information that would trigger us to return. Finally, the day of the decision to cross the mountain came. This time, there were about 10 members, and there were only 2 women, Yukkekema's mother and Tokapcup. And next to her was, of course, Yukkekema, and the luggage on her back looked a little heavy. But why? His presence is reassuring. Some time after leaving, when we came to the mountainside, I saw the sea behind me and a large mountain with the face of the summit exposed to the left. It was the first time Tokapcup had seen the mountain, and according to her, it was revered as the mountain where the gods live. It's strange because it looks mysterious when her say that. I'm sure it's a famous mountain if it's that big, but I have no knowledge of mountains. I was a little impressed by the beautiful view of the sea in the distance rather than the mountain. But to her, it seemed to be a sacred mountain, and when she prayed to the big mountain, she glanced at the sea for a moment and then turned to the front and started walking again. I think she is really anxious and lonely. Somehow, it felt like her steps were a little heavy. And this was the beginning of Tokapcup's long journey. Today's story ends. The story is updated next Saturday. Please look forward to. If you like, please subscribe to the channel. See you again.